What up, chat? Look at my little rat here. I changed my camera a little bit. It used to be up here, but now it's right here. So that's why it looks different. But I like it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna like it. I might change it back. The problem is that the where I had it, it was up higher. It was up higher. Now it's a little bit lower right there. And I like the lower angle, but it's more to the side now. It's more on this side. So I've moved it over to the left a little bit. Now it's gonna like really catch my side profile, which I don't really mind because I'm hot, um, but I don't know. I feel like it might be a bit jarring for like from the a framing standpoint because you won't be able to see both my eyes, and I always find it kind of weird when I'm watching a streamer, and I can only see like one eye, because like look at that, look, like this is probably how I'm gonna be looking on my stream most of the time now, like this. Yeah, yeah, I might have to change it. Might have to change it back, or I could move it actually more like front facing. I might do that. But I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, today we are watching. Um, is it this
No
one?
intro today.
No, I didn't really want to watch this one. But this came out 3 hours ago. Okay, all right. So yeah, this is the one I wanted to watch. Yeah. Okay, so I've already reacted to this. Actually, I don't think I've reacted to this at all yet. Yeah, yeah. I saw this off stream. Because for those of you that don't know, I debated somebody, a couple months back. She goes by Food Shops. And I've been following the Food Shops saga. You know, I've been paying close attention to it since our debate. But pretty much, Food Shops has exploded, relatively. She's exploded in popularity. Now, she's still, like, a small content creator. But when I first got recommended her channel and I started watching her streams, she was getting around 15, 20 views a night. Okay, the other night, I went on there and she had 700 viewers when this Destiny shit was popping off. Now, we're going to get to the Destiny shit because it's pretty crazy. It's pretty wild. But you might be wondering, how did this person get all these views? How did that happen? How did that happen? And the answer is that she began collaborating with Destiny directly. Directly. So, I don't know why. I don't know how. I don't care. But Destiny, for whatever reason, found Food Shops and, like, befriended her. They started making content together. This was, like, as of a month ago, maybe like 6 weeks. 6 weeks ago. And anyway, she's been making videos with Destiny. She's been having him on her live streams, blah, blah, blah. And I tried to tell her, this is a really bad idea for you. This is going to come back to bite you. Because while I disagree with Food Shops on many things, like I think she's a Zionist sympathizer. I think she's a straight up Zionist. She's a Jewish supremacist. Which of course it makes her anti-Semitic as well, which seems contradictory. But Jewish supremacy is anti-Semitism, in my opinion. Zionism is anti-Semitism. Actually, not in my opinion, just like factually, it's the same thought process behind white supremacy being harmful to white people. But anyway, I tried to warn her that Destiny in the near future is likely going to be outed in more significant ways than he already has been. So keep in mind that when she started collaborating with him, he had already started getting sued for the Pixie thing. Okay, he already has an active lawsuit and potentially criminal investigation underway, although we don't know. We don't know if he's being investigated. Of course, you can never know that. But you know, think about it. What he is being sued for is criminal. He is engaged in criminal activity. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Anyway, if you don't remember that, that was when he's being sued because he recorded his wife without her consent, them having relations, and then he sent it to a 19-year-old. Turns out that 19-year-old is actually 17, and he was doing age play with them. Okay, age play. Now, if you don't know, age play is oh god, it is a consenting sexual act between two adults where one or both parties pretend to be underage. Now, is this gross? Yes. Is it disgusting? Yes, I think it is. Is it illegal? No, unless they are actually underage, which in this case turns out they were. And Destiny is a fucking pedophile, okay? And like this, the thing is, this is shocking to probably zero people. Zero people. Unless you just have no idea who Destiny is, then it might be kind of surprising. Because, Destiny is a like e-celebrity, he's a famous person. He's being outed as a pedophile. But like anybody who has actually watched his content in the past is just not at all surprised by that. Food Shops, of course, is now distancing herself from Destiny a little bit, as she has been covering this, and she has been, I think, aptly describing it as evil and disgusting pedophilic behavior. And anyway, I am also aware that that person is, apparently she like said some stuff about child pornography, about simulated child pornography, also known as loli. She's talked about that and how it's like okay and whatnot, and I thought that was really weird and gross, but also technically it's not criminal activity to engage with material like that. So you can only get them on so much, okay? If it's not illegal, they're gonna be like, well, it's morally okay then, and actually we should lower the age of consent. It's like, dude, like why are you doing this? What the thing is, I don't even think Food Shops is really like that at all. At all. But anyway, I think that basically I think she is trying to align with Destiny because she wants the fans, okay? Like you have to understand, like as content creators, we just want viewers, we just want fans, right? But most of us want a particular type of fans. We want specific people in our communities. And there are pros and cons to different types of peoples in these different communities. And the thing about Destiny's community and people like him is, well, they're a lot like him. Okay, they're like kind of wild. They're a wild card. You never really know what they're gonna do. And they are loyal. They are loyal little attack dogs. Okay, that's Destiny's community. What's left of it, anyway. And I think that these orbiters, these Destiny orbiters, people that identify as Destiny orbiters, or people that are categorized as such, they the one thing they all have in common is that they want a piece of that. They want a piece of that pie, okay? That Destiny community pie. They want those people because they are rabid. They are motivated. They will stop at nothing to accomplish whatever it is that they've set out to do. And while I think that that is admirable in some ways, it is mostly used for evil. So anyway, enough rambling. Let's just get right into this
Leftist streamers trying not to be pedos impossible.
Okay, so calling Destiny right off the bat, we're 3 seconds in. Calling Destiny a leftist is inaccurate. It's inaccurate. It's just, I mean, it's just wrong. It's just wrong. Calling Destiny a leftist, it makes no fucking sense. It makes no sense. Look, which party is the party of lowering the age of consent? Oh yeah, that would be the Republican, the Libertarians. Oh yeah, they're the ones who are constantly fucking talking about that. Like the only things that make Destiny a leftist are like economic populism. Okay, because I don't even know this for a fact, but I want to say that Destiny is pro Medicaid, pro free healthcare, universal healthcare. That is one leftist value that I think he probably holds, although he never fucking talks about it. I've never heard him talk about it. But I'm sure he has, okay? Public healthcare, public housing, he probably is an advocate for that, maybe. I don't know. The thing is, all I ever hear Destiny talking about is Hassan. That's like 90% of what he talks about. I've also heard him talk about his case, his current legal case, with his ex-wife, or separated wife, whatever. I've heard him talk about that. I've also heard him debate a lot. I've heard him debate various topics. And he sucks at debating. Okay, so anyway, what debates have I heard of his off the top of my head? Well, he debated Ben Shapiro, and he did take the leftist position in that debate, but he did a terrible job. He handed the debate to Ben Shapiro, and he lost on education. They were arguing about education, and he fucking lost as a leftist. Let me repeat that. He took the leftist position on education and lost. How? I don't know. Anyway, that's Destiny. That's Destiny. I've also seen the debate he had with JonTron back in like 2017, and yeah, that shit was hilarious. That was awesome. That was Destiny's biggest. That was his greatest hit. That's Destiny's greatest hits right there. And anyway, I mean, even that is not a great example of like Destiny demonstrating his leftist values. Like he just took the anti-racism position. That's not. I mean, that is what a leftist would do. Don't get me wrong. Like that is the leftist position, but like it's so bare minimum. Like it's just like okay, like you're anti-racist, cool. You don't like racism. And JonTron was over there like no guys, racism is actually good. It's actually awesome. and that was the whole fucking debate, dude. So anyway, that's pretty much my entire history of what I know about Destiny. He debated JonTron. Then he was friends with Hassan for a little while, but they stopped talking. They had a falling out around the time he platformed Nick Fuentes. Okay, I forgot to mention that. He platformed Nick Fuentes. Then he had that debate with Ben Shapiro. He had 2 debates with Ben Shapiro, but I've only seen one of them, and it sucked. And then, finally, there's been all of this, like, for the past year and a half, 2 years, it's just been all about Hassan with Destiny. It's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy, bro. Like, can you motherfuckers find anything else to talk about? I have said before that I am Hassan's #1 dick rider. And yes, I said it as a joke, but I am a pretty big fan of Hassan. Like, I like Hassan. And I don't even talk about him as much as these motherfuckers. I don't talk about him. Like, hardly ever. Hardly ever. It's like these guys are like constantly talking about Hassan. But how am I the Hassan dick rider? Like, how do people call me the Hassan dick rider when you have fucking people like Destiny, people like Ethan Klein just never fucking shutting up about him. Okay, but anyway, he's not a
level of
leftist. He's not a
difficulty.
fucking
So this
leftist.
is Destiny. He is one of the largest streamers in the world.
Yeah.
He is one of the
looks like
largest
that.
political figureheads on the left. And he's out there debating everybody, making content about everybody. Dude is always live. We recently covered his crash out because
really
his
not on the
14-year-old son
He's
is
really
kind of
not.
ashamed to be a son and became a Nazi. You could see my previous video for that. I'm not even exaggerating. It's kind of diabolical. But
His
right
son
now,
is a
let's just say
Nazi.
everything got worse because allegedly
His son
Destiny
is
is
also-
being accused of
His son is also a child, okay, and I sympathize with him as a person. I'm a person that I've said this before. When I was a kid, I was basically part of the Hitler Youth. Okay, like I'm not exaggerating. Okay, I was a Trump supporter. I was a child Trump supporter. I remember when I first saw him on TV. I was at my grandparents' house. We were watching the news. I don't remember what channel it was. It was probably CNN. Okay, because my grandpa was a Democrat at the time. He was a lifelong Democrat until like right before he died, and his brain started melting. Okay, but anyway, and I saw Donald Trump on TV, and I said that is our next president. Okay, when he announced he was running, I said that is going to be our president. I said that, and they all thought I was crazy, and rightly so. But I turned out to be correct because we are in the crazy timeline. We're in the crazy fucking timeline. Okay. Anyway, I don't remember why I started talking about this. Oh yeah. Destiny's kid. I can't judge him too hard because I know what it's like to be a kid and to be basically a Nazi. I mean, I don't know. I was a Trump supporter. I certainly had bigoted beliefs, but I didn't support Hitler. Okay, I wasn't like Hitler's #1 fan. So I don't know. I grew out of it. Maybe he will too. Maybe. But let's not get it twisted. Okay, this kid, just like me, I was a product of my upbringing. I was raised in the South. I blah 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 blah. Okay. I grew up down here in the sticks. But Destiny's kid, he grew up around Destiny, which is a fate worse than death, in my opinion. But anyway, he grew up around Destiny. Of course he's a fucking Nazi. Of course what the fuck are we talking about? He's a 15-year-old. All of his life, he has only ever known Destiny as his father. Of course he's a fucking Nazi. What are we talking about? Let's
sexting
keep going.
a 17-year-old minor in 2022. Destiny denied it, but that doesn't really mean much. Anyway, so this is what Destiny says.
Allegedly.
I haven't dug into it at all. Right. But she told me she was 19, and there are logs. Maybe. I mean, there's no evidence of that. Again, we will see. Innocent until proven guilty. Don't know. So Destiny does have a tweet from the end of a message from the end of 2024 saying that, well, it's weird, but she told me she was of age, but that is not any evidence of anything, actually, because that's the end of 2024, and allegedly was sexting a child in 2022. Now, again, the leftist trying not to be pedophiles challenge is truly an impossible feat. It really is. I don't know, you got Hassan Piker supporting every terrorist pedophile organization you possibly can, going out there to brothels that sex traffic children and Diddy parties.
Yeah, so of course he was going to bring up Hassan, okay, and putting Hassan as a leftist next to Destiny as a leftist is just crazy work. It's just crazy work, man. Like, what in the fuck are you talking about? Destiny doesn't advocate for radical wealth redistribution. He doesn't protest genocide. He doesn't take a stance against genocide, ethnic cleansing, and apartheid. How the fuck can you call him a leftist? Like, how? He is like the most bare minimum he's not even like a bare minimum leftist, okay? He's just not. At this point, he is just straight up a Nazi sympathizer, a Nazi himself. He has raised a Nazi. He's literally raised a self-proclaimed Nazi. Like Destiny is just not a leftist. He's just not by any metric. Not even, you shouldn't even be calling him a leftist. you're a right-wing person, okay? Of course you want to like label him as a leftist, but like you still shouldn't, because it's just dumb. It's just dumb to try and like pin him on that. Like he's not. He's not. And anyway, I've already talked about Hassan and the pedophilia allegations. If you want to learn more about that, you can find it. Okay, you can find my comments on it. I summed it up pretty aptly. Basically, guess what? He's not a fucking pedophile. He's not a pedophile. Is he a Houthi supporter? Kinda, yeah, sure. Do the Houthis do pedophile sex trafficking? Possibly, potentially. Whatever, okay, they do it. Fine. They're still, that's not why Hassan fucking supports them, okay? He supports them because they hijack Israeli cargo ships. And they don't even do that anymore, by the way. But, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. By the way, if they do child sex trafficking, of course that's terrible. Of course that's fucking wrong. Nobody is going to say that that's okay. Okay? It's just like these terrorist organizations like Hamas and the Houthis, they're not perfect. They don't do things that they do things that we disagree with, us as in like leftists, okay, people that talk about this shit and are fucking nerds about it. They don't act perfectly. They kill civilians. They do these awful things. But the reason that they're doing it is because of apartheid. It's because of ethnic cleansing. And that, number one, makes it legal. And number two, it makes it more nuanced, okay? It makes it more okay. It does. It makes it more permissible. They are resisting a genocide. I give them a little more leeway when it comes to murdering civilians. I straight up, it's the same with the Warsaw Jews. They killed civilians. I don't approve of that. I don't see that as a good thing, but I kind of give them a pass. I think that we all do. We all kind of give the Warsaw Jews a pass, even though they killed civilians, because they were Jews under Nazi occupation. That's it. Let's keep going. For some reason, my space.
He got fucking Destiny and whatever the fuck's going on in his community. I don't even know, man. It's absolutely diabolical. I don't know what's going on. It's almost like a lack of morals or something, but I wouldn't go that far. Now, anyway, Destiny's son, this poor guy, honestly, I feel so bad for this kid. So he's a 14-year-old kid.
It is a lack of morals.
Destiny tweeted, "That's disgusting. Ukraine has children, blah, blah, blah," and talking about the Russia-Ukraine conflict. And Destiny's son says, "Since when do you care about children?" This is his own son saying, why do you care about children? Except for Rose, the alleged 17-year-old that he was sexting. This is fucking horrible. Imagine your son calling you out on, this is a fucking nightmare. This is a nightmare. Find God. Oh my.
He's right, though. He's right. Since when have you cared about children? I think he might be referencing Gaza there. And look, I'm not saying that Destiny's son is on the right side of history here. Okay, he is a Nazi. Straight up, he said it before. Is my understanding. But anyway. Destiny doesn't fucking care about children dying. He just doesn't. It's funny for him to take that position when he obviously doesn't fucking care about children being killed. Okay, because
Lord, now, I have been saying to be honest, I've been distancing myself from Destiny for a very long time, actually, in case you haven't been aware. I did speak to him a few times in the past, and ever since, the first weird sex shit came up, that he was allegedly filming people without their consent and sharing around those nudes to other people, I was like, yeah, even for content, I don't want to have any part of this shit, okay? I don't want to have anything to do with the Destiny rape machine, okay? No, thank you. Not even for content. I'm just not interested. It turns out all these people are diabolical fricks, or something like that. Now, he's been reported to the cops, and it's insane.
So why were you even... So if Destiny is such a big-time leftist... Why were you even considering collaborating with him? Nuxanor, why? Why? If he's like a woke-tard, right? Why were you... I thought he was a leftist, man. What were you doing collaborating with the enemy? What I'm saying is, if he's a leftist, he's your ideological opponent. So why would you be thinking about collaborating with him?
And I personally started
it
doing
make
some
sense.
looking into shit months ago, and there's just an endless slew of clips of this guy defending pedophilia. What is going on? This is Vosh all over again. Like, how? All right, so this is Destiny in a debate.
If you, just because you molest a child
I
doesn't
don't
make you a
disagree with
pedophile.
that. It does.
Just because you what? Just because you what?
Just because you molest a child
I
doesn't
don't
make you a
disagree.
pedophile.
It does. Yes,
Yeah. So listen, man. I don't know, man. It sounds like you're preemptively trying to defend a certain
molested. That's
style of yours.
I've never
Just because
even
you're
seen that
fucking
clip.
children, it doesn't make you a pedophile. So, and again, there are just so many
crazy
clips
work.
everywhere.
Like down here, right? And you got,
I'm
like,
scared.
your
Hold on,
arms,
he's gonna
like,
say something.
up here, right? When you first learn how to shoot, it's usually better to shoot in the isosceles stance, right? Both arms are even, your entire body is like straight, right? Your legs are lined up with your shoulders, and you're shooting right out in front of you like
Right,
this. But
right.
the way, I didn't know this
God.
until I started watching her shoot, right? But what happened was when she fired, right? When she was shooting like this and she shot, the way that the
Yeah,
recoil
don't
traveled through her
bend
body
your
would
elbows
make her
like
ass
that.
jiggle in the most delicious fucking way. Oh my god, it was the most beautiful sight I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. I don't know how it worked, but just every time she shot, the way that her body absorbed the recoil, there was like that ass jiggle every shot.
Bro.
Oh my fucking god, it was the best fucking thing I've ever seen in
Yeah.
my life. Holy shit.
I don't know.
Dude, I really like booties. Damn, that's fucking beautiful.
Oh my god.
Now that's pretty. In my opinion, that's kind of gross. It's not. In my opinion, this is already gross, but let's just say it gets worse.
That is fucked up. That guy. I was like 16.
Oh,
Ah! Parents, take care of your children. Keep them away. Keep them away from political streamers. Keep them away. What? Oh my lord. Anyway, so I'm gonna show you this in just a second. But there's just endless clips of this, dude. I don't know what it is about being in like the leftist debate space, but like, does everyone at some point need to defend pedophilia?
What about child pornography? That's kind of
Nobody hit. No, dude. No, it's just Destiny. Like, name another one. Name another one. I don't like Vosh, okay? I don't like Vosh. Has he defended pedophilia? Like, I don't think he has, okay? I know there was the orc shit. There was that thing about orcs. Maybe, actually, he may have been outed. He may have been outed as a pedophile. I can't remember. I feel like that did happen, like, right after the orc shit. So I kind of forgot about it. I got it, like, jumbled in my mind. I could be wrong, though. I don't know. But, like, who else is there? Who are these leftist pedophiles? Like, I could name several, Republican commentators who are pedophiles or pedophile adjacent. But I can't really name any leftist other than fucking Destiny. That's it. And like, yes, Destiny, he has historically defended pedophilia or ephebophilia or what the fuck ever, same thing. He's done this. He's been doing this for years. But like, so what? So what is fucking Destiny? Of course he's doing that.
different
Of course he's
thing.
fucking
There's like
doing that.
moral
He's a
versus
pedophile.
pragmatic sides
What?
of that. I've seen a little
Really?
bit of evidence
What?
on the pragmatic side, and it
Oh.
seems like an okay thing. I probably shouldn't say that or something.
Yeah, you would say that, right? You would want that to be the case, wouldn't you? Yes, that's kind of fucking. What are we doing? Like, huh? Oh my god, bro, dude, what is fucking happening? Destiny said he attacks me, he can maintain plausible deniability, blah blah blah. Bro, you literally say in the clip she's 15. This is the clip of Destiny saying 15-year-old that's attractive. That's a viral clip. I don't have that pulled up, but viral clip of Destiny saying the 15-year-old is attractive.
Yeah,
and Destiny
I've
says,
seen that
have you seen
one.
the 15-year-olds they're putting out today though, implying that he's a pedophile? Obviously, this is supposed to be sarcasm. I'm not gonna say that it's not. I'm not trying to be bad faith here. I'm just trying to say keep your fucking children away from people with blue hair. Oh my god, this is crazy. So Destiny was recently exposed for sexting this alleged minor. All right. So Ethan Klein drops a new video talking about the whole Destiny pedophile situation because my favorite content in the world is always gonna be two retards fighting. That's right. The libtards are eating each other alive. Hell yeah, dude. It's what we do here. We keep winning on this channel. If you want to see libtards continue eating each other alive, you're in the right place. Okay, two retards fighting. So Destiny, new Destiny drama just happened. Is the claim that the DMs are so Destiny responds, insane to see the guy spamming lawsuits at people, reading a totally unrelated set of DMs, pretending they were the same person. I've never contacted the Rose person on IG at any point in my life. I love how he's saying the Rose person like he doesn't really know her, but he does know for a fact that he
The
sent her like
Rose
tons of porn of
person.
himself and has
Yeah,
received porn of her,
that's-
but he doesn't know her.
that's pretty
But
funny.
this guy and his Hassan suck-up crew are chuckling along as they read off leaked revenge porn of me. You see, Destiny's the victim here, actually. Very high moral standards, I guess, or desperately trying to cater to your audience. Is the claim that the DMs are yours, but with someone other than Rose? Do you deny having a 16-year-old?
Dude, how is he gonna call this guy? And he's talking about Ethan Klein, Hassan's suck-up crew. He's calling them that despite the fact that for the past 2 years they have been mercilessly attempting to they have been doing mass email campaigns to pull advertisers off of Twitch so that Twitch will ban Hassan. Like, that is their main prerogative. They are openly talking about this and doing this. And, like, how is that... Like, Destiny's calling them the Hassan suck-up group. What the fuck are you
Nudes
talking
on your
about,
computer?
man?
We'll
Are
look
you
at that in a
smoking
second.
crack?
And everyone's just losing their mind here. Like, how on earth do you defend this shit? Like, obviously, there are some people trying to defend it. Destiny, like, he releases probably the most lolcow-looking post of all time. Now, this is the guy, by the way, for the record, that laughed at the guy at the Trump rally that got shot, that the bullet that missed Trump and killed a firefighter protecting his family, and laughing at the dead kids in Texas because, well, they were Republicans or whatever. But, like, this is the master of comedy over here, obviously. Almost everything in this DM is wrong. Willie Mack is running cover because he wants to get in with the boys again, okay? And even trying to distance himself from me because you might be a pedophile, because he's too weak to deal with Hassan's attacks against him, using me as a vector since he's literally nothing of substance to contribute to this arena. Or because you allegedly texted a 17-year-old. Anyway, I have no CSAM on my computer, which we're going to see in a second is not necessarily true. I've only complied with my legal obligations for my court cases. The 60 JV screenshots related to the claim that Rose made. I'm going to notice how he says the Rose person. Like, he refuses to just call her Rose, even though he obviously knew her well enough to be sending her nudes and receiving nudes from her. Like, it's absolutely insane. Ethan is reading off revenge porn leaks of mine and giggling, coughing because he's too lazy to use an inhaler like a retarded child for DMs that had nothing to do with the Rose leak. Yeah, Destiny's a victim here, actually. Any reference to rape or orgies or anything else was literally in the context of DMs with a 26-year-old British woman. That's right. He sexts everyone. I've never DM'd Rose on Instagram. I think Peterson was right. Me too. You, Zionist genocide supporter of the United States, loyalty to Israel first. Hila, genocidal IDF maniac, night raiding innocent Palestinians. Like, he just literally decided to go down the Hassan route to attack him. It's crazy. Deserve all the CPS calls.
Yeah, like, this is a person that literally said that this was like a year and a half ago. Destiny said that Israel should just do the final solution. They should just finish the genocide and just be done with it, and then we can deal with the fallout after. Like, that was his grand idea. That was his grand vision for Israel. He was like, yeah, like, everybody is so upset about this genocide thing. They should just go ahead and finish it, and then we can just be done with it. We can put it behind us. And it's like, yeah, this kind of person is just, he's just saying whatever. He's just saying what the fuck ever for, like, whatever. Like, he takes the most convenient position for whatever situation he's in. So now that he's, like, being attacked by Ethan, he's like, oh, well, Ethan, you're a Zionist. You're, like, an evil Zionist. Even though, unironically, Ethan has done, like, so much more anti-Zionist propaganda than Destiny. And I'm not saying that Ethan isn't a, like, Israeli sympathizer. I'm not saying he's not a Zionist, but Ethan has been infinitely more critical of Israel than Destiny has. That's why this is crazy.
For the dog shit eating claims and everything else, you deserve zero sympathy from anyone else on the internet when you're so quick to turn around and rely on the same snark shit that's been plaguing you for years as soon as you think it's beneficial. I hope your prior May takes you for $1 million or lawsuit against you guys. Bro, why should anyone be on your side if you're allegedly sexting children? Like, why does he feel like this is him getting stabbed in the back? For anyone else watching, you should assume that every single influencer person you meet on the internet is a terrible human being with zero values or principles. Honestly, agreed. That goes for everyone. I agree. Don't trust anyone on the internet. They're all freaks. Now, Willie Mack Show made a video over here, and as you can see, he got quite heavily disliked. And the reason for this is because he reported Destiny to the police for what Destiny told him, and Destiny might be going to jail for this. It's actually really, really serious. Now, Willie Mack Show was an ancient Destiny defender. He was a Destiny buddy until now, and he's like, nope, that's too far, and he reported him to the cops. Now, this is crazy.
No, he was his co-host. Right? They had a podcast together, I believe.
So obviously the Destiny community, which overlapped heavily with Willie Mack because they were buddies, and he was like defending him on other cases, they're not happy about this at all. Now, I would think that if I personally was like a hardcore Destiny fan, I would no longer be a Destiny fan if he might have sexted children, and he, like, basically kind of confirms it in
that
DMs
would be
over
the
here. So let's see the Willie Mack video. It's just a 4-minute video, and then I'm gonna look at legal mindsets coverage on like what's actually the legalities of all this, because realistically, morally, this shit's awful. All these sex-crazed, degenerate, hedonistic freaks are eating each other alive. I am telling you, man, it's crazy. The only reason why Ethan Klein is not like this, or not like all the other freak shows on this side of the political force, is because he's a married guy with a couple of kids. He has a normal, like, sex life. Everyone else is a sex-craved freak weirdo. All of them. It's insane.
I reported Destiny to the police.
Oh
This is
my
not
God.
clickbait and entirely has to do with the DMs he sent me. A few days ago, a Reddit post showed that the girl Destiny shared Pixie's nudes with was seemingly confirmed to be 17 years old due to her...
Look, I don't really see the evidence for you, Nux. I'm speaking to Nuxanor. Like, you are saying that this is a pattern, okay, a prolific pattern in leftist, and I just don't see that, okay? Destiny is, if you're gonna call him a leftist, he is an outlier. He's a pariah. Okay, obviously, like, tons of leftists. He's super controversial in leftist circles. That's it, okay? And he always has been. He's always like, he's built his career around making controversial statements all the time, okay? And anyway, the idea that like this is a pattern, like all these leftists are pedophiles, is just not true. It's just not fucking true, okay? Leftists aren't pedophiles. I don't even think that like right-wing commentators are pedophiles all the time. Okay, a lot of them are, and I think at a higher rate than leftists. But it's not a thing. Okay, the only group of people that are pedophiles, and a lot of them are pedophiles, and they are getting away with it, are the elites. Unironically, it's the politicians, it's the billionaires. They are the pedophiles that are getting away with it. That's it. It's not fucking
There was
Destiny.
almost a 0%
It's not
chance that she was
leftist.
not 17 during that.
Dumbass.
Wow. And this is
It's
this
fucking
is a Destiny
Bill
defender.
Clinton and Donald Trump.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh my god.
time. So I do what I usually do and reached out to get a comment. He said the girl, Rose,
Yeah.
told him she was 19 and in college at the time, and that the
Okay.
leaker Solo, who is her ex-boyfriend, confirmed that she lied about her age to him. This is true. In similar scandals, this is where people usually argue, is he lying? Did he actually know the age? Is it his fault?
Honestly, we don't know, right? There's a lot. Like, I'll be real here. He was 34 or something at the time. This is a 34 dude that is sexting with what he thinks is what he allegedly thinks is a 19-year-old, but which actually might be a 17-year-old, right? Like, you realize that this is fucking crazy, regardless, right? Like, this is I'll be real here. I've been on the internet for 10 years. I've been making content for a while. I have never sexted anyone through the internet ever. Never. Not even once. So it's so foreign to me watching all these freaks and their rape buddies getting together for like these fucking insane situations. All of these freak shows on the left, especially. Obviously, there's some right-wing retards too. Don't get me wrong. But like the leftist political commentators are all.
Yeah. So like I get what he's saying here, and I agree with it. I agree with this part because, like, why do they do this? Like I'm talking like it's not just leftist. Okay, obviously I disagree with that. I just got done talking about that, but like there are a lot of content creators that just be like horny on main, and it's like why like that's the last thing you should be doing. Like it's kind of like imagine you're like the average person, the average like user on social media. You maybe post, you post some stuff sometimes. You would never in a million years consider horny posting on main. Okay, you never would. Even if you want a horny post, like you'll do that on your spam or on your alternate. Okay, like you're not gonna let your family see that shit. Okay, and it's like that's what this is. It's like I don't understand. Like why are you a e-celebrity content creator and you're horny posting at all? Like it's going to get linked back to you. And it's gross and people don't like it. People don't like it when you do that. So just don't fucking do it. Don't horny post, okay? Like oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Like just go outside. That's another thing too. Is like nobody really needs to horny post. You can just go to a bar. You can just go and touch grass and talk to people and that's it. And you will eventually, as if you're a normal person that knows how to talk to others, you will, find a romantic or like non-romantic sexual partner. That's it. You will find that if you are just a person that exists and you go outside. You don't need to horny post, bro.
Oh, fucking
Stop
freaks! How did this happen? Could it be a lack of morals? I asked the question. Could it be a lack of? I don't know. Find God.
Catfish. I usually wait for all the details to come out before I comment. This is not why I went to the police. It's because he continued to write. I didn't know this until way later, but the video she recorded with other guys, the file names are like screen recording, blah, blah, blah. And then he shows me a screenshot of the top of a video clip and says, her boyfriend was recording these on Skype calls. That's absolutely insane to think about him doing all of this if she was 17. Well, this is
Dog, that does. You have footage on your computer of a 17-year-old sex tapes? Oh my god, what are we doing? Oh my lord, okay.
This is insane to me because he's saying Rose's boyfriend recorded CP while sending me a screenshot of the alleged CP. So I asked to confirm if he just did that.
God.
If you were sending me this, I'm guessing you still have that video. Destiny replies, depends on why you're asking. But
Yeah, it depends on why you're asking. Because if you're asking if I have child porn on my computer because you want to go to the cops,
Because
then
you're
no.
fed,
Obviously
then-
not. But if you're asking on whether I have child porn on my computer, to
Because
catch
you
somebody
think it's
else,
awesome.
and not at all because you want to report me to the police, then yes. Holy fucking shit, dude.
yes, I created copies of all of our
Yeah,
messages and
that's
everything.
pretty
in that
crazy.
code, just to be
Did he just admit that he has child porn on his computer? Bro, I think he's actually retarded. giga-brain Destiny out there to save the left, no matter how many children get raped along the way.
Clear, he's admitting to having alleged CP
He's on
downloaded
the
on his
left,
computer.
he's
He
on the
literally has the
left.
video open
Oh,
as I'm talking
Lord.
to him. I go, bro, there's
Yeah,
been
man.
allegations at least since my last video that she was underage, and you still have potential CP of her? He replies, I have an obligation to preserve relevant
Oh,
evidence.
give me a break.
So-
Dude, stop. You have an obligation to preserve relevant. Give it to the police. Give it to someone. What? Bro, I have an obligation to hold on to child porn on my computer, he says.
Backups of all of the important / relevant conversations. He continues, I don't think I'm allowed to delete it, LOL. I don't know if it counts as hiding / destroying evidence. And I reply, talk to a lawyer.
First of all, absolutely talk to a lawyer. Why the fuck is this conversation happening? Obviously, that's ridiculous. And
I have
second
to
of all,
have child pornography
deleting
on
your
my
own
computer,
thing that you
don't
have saved is not deleting
understand.
evidence, as
I
far
have
as
to
I'm
have
aware.
CSAM
But anyway, I'm
on
curious.
my
We'll see what legal minds have to
computer.
say.
I do.
That seems crazy to me. Who keeps this sort of stuff on their computer without 100% knowing if they're supposed to or not?
Yeah,
Isn't that
and I do want to clarify something. I need to stop saying child pornography because it's just incorrect. Okay, there is no such thing as child pornography, because pornography is like okay. It's like a permissible thing. It's even a good thing for a lot of people. That being said, like obviously it can be addictive. It can be an addicting thing for a lot of people, and it turns into something that's not so good. But anyway, at the end of the day, like pornography is okay. It is a permissible thing, and that's why child pornography is not real. It is child sexual abuse material. CSAM. That's it.
something you want to confirm? I continue. You just let me know you have CP
I know
videos
I've
saved
been
to your computer.
saying
You knew it was
child
alleged that she was
pornography. I said
underage. You
that
still have
before I
them.
need
Do you
to
see how
stop.
Yeah.
this is? So now
Bro
I
had child porn on his computer allegedly for years. Holy shit.
confirm that this guy has child porn on his computer. In my 8 years of reaching out to people over allegations, I've never had anyone admit that to me. The last message he sent me was, one, I don't even know 100% of her age was legitimately less than 18 when these were taken. So
Alright.
basically, he's not 100% sure if he has child.
Bro, stop. Oh, this is the Giga Brain. This is the dude that says that how could you vote for Trump because he sexually assaulted somebody? This is the guy who's literally gonna morally grandstand every single time? Oh my god. But these people are hypocritical bitches, all of them. Oh my lord.
Child porn on his computer. He's just 99% sure. Got it. Two, I'm pretty sure I have an obligation to preserve stuff related to my court case. I've talked about it with my lawyer already, specifically with regards to the Rose stuff. So he went from, I don't know if I could delete this, to my lawyer says it's totally fine to keep. I don't know.
I highly doubt that. I don't think he mentioned to the lawyer that she was potentially underage. There's no fucking way. He said to his lawyer, I might have child porn on my computer, and the lawyer's like, yeah, keep that shit. There's no way. There's no way. Oh my god, he's gonna try to debate bro against the judge in court. Holy balls.
the law, but I do
I
that as
mean,
well.
I don't know. There are some dumb lawyers out there, man. I've seen it. Okay, shit. You talk to one of them. You talk to a dumbass lawyer. That being said, who knows? Who knows what his lawyer told him? Who knows what he told his lawyer? It doesn't fucking matter. He has child porn on his computer. I mean, he has CSAM on his computer. He has fucking CSAM on his computer. There is no permission structure for having CSAM on your computer. It doesn't matter unless you are law enforcement, unless you are a cop. You can't have access to that shit. It is not allowed. It's just not. It is crazy that he's trying to debate his way out of this. Oh no, I needed it on my computer. Why are you even talking about this, man? You should have just lied. Straight up. I don't know. I'm not saying I would rather him lie, but what is his thought process? You should have lied about this. It's just you have no preservation skills. You have
We're telling him to hold on to CP.
self-preservation.
The judge is gonna be like, Mr. Borelli, if you
No
could
game
please,
sense.
talk a little slower. He's gonna try to debate the judge. Well, actually, I was unaware with complete certainty that I was actually a child at the time.
Well,
Still,
Your
this
Honor,
just doesn't seem
I
likely
had
to me.
keep the
I don't know.
CSAM
LawTube
on
can
my
figure that out.
computer.
Three, if something were to come out of this, I don't know if I'd want to wipe everything and not have something to turn over to the authorities. If hypothetically, whenever a political creator is about to
Bro, I am losing my mind. If hypothetically I had sex with 47 children, would it still be worth it to save the country? No, stop!
give a
Dude,
hypothetical,
this guy made 80 videos on Trump and the Epstein files. I'm not even joking. Now, to be clear, I think that the Epstein files was handled terribly. Let's see, Destiny, Epstein. To be clear, I think Destiny, Epstein, Myron and Destiny, Epstein, Trump's letter to Epstein, Destiny's tired of Epstein theories, the truth about Epstein. This is all anti-Trump. All
Yeah, we were all making videos about it. We all made like a ton of videos about the Epstein shit. Even I made a couple, and I just I wasn't even making videos at the time. I don't know. Basically, what happened was the Epstein shit started coming out, and unfortunately, I was doing other shit in my real life. I was fucking moving and whatnot, and it was a whole thing, and I didn't even have the opportunity to cover it, and it made me really sad. Okay, I only got to cover a couple things that happened, But yeah, anyway, like what I'm saying is it's not weird that Destiny made Epstein content, okay, even though he's a pedophile. Like everybody was doing it, and and it was good. It was a good thing, and they should keep doing it, and they will. They will. There will be more Epstein content, and you should be making more Epstein content, Nuxtaku. It's not like they have released the files, like where's the Epstein content, bro? Why aren't you talking about it anymore? I don't understand. I thought you cared about this. I thought you fucking cared. I haven't seen an Epstein video from you in weeks. In weeks, you made like 2, and that was it. You made like 2 videos. Like, I thought this was something you cared about. Like at least Destiny is positing that he cares about the Epstein shit. Does he really care about it? Probably not. Okay, he probably actually wants, like actual pedophilia to just be okay. He wants it to like be legal or whatever. He wants legal pedophilia. That's what Destiny wants. Okay, but at least he was making content about it. At least he was like positioning himself as an anti-pedophile person, even though he's like not. Obviously, he's really not. So anyway, all that is to say, just make more Epstein content, Nuxanor. What the fuck are you doing? I thought you cared about
all of it is anti-Trump. Epstein, Destiny hot take on Epstein. More Epstein.
No, Epstein. Talking about Epstein is not just anti-Trump. Yes, Trump handled it terribly. Yes, he is highly implicit. It is implied. It is heavily implied that Trump knew what was going on and maybe even participated in it. But anyway, it's not just anti-Trump. Like it just isn't. Okay, the Epstein shit. It implicates way more than just Republicans, more than just Trump. Okay, like this is bipartisan. We're talking Bill Clinton. Like we're talking all these legacy Democrats that have ties to Epstein, like they just do. Bill Gates, like it's not about Trump. It just isn't. Okay, Trump is the president, and so like when it comes to the files being released or the testimony of Ghislaine Maxwell, that is kind of centered around Trump. But other than that, this is just like this whole Epstein saga, this story is clearly not just about Republicans or Democrats. It's clear to anybody that watches this content, to anybody that makes it, to just anybody that knows anything about it, like that we all know that it's not Republicans, it's not Democrats, it is rich people. It is elite politicians and rich people. That's it.
Bro, you are Epstein! Allegedly, in my opinion. That was just a joke. Holy shit! Dude, we don't know.
I mean, I get what he's saying, but, no, Destiny is not, like, on the same level as Epstein, okay? Is Destiny a child abuser? Probably. Highly likely. Allegedly. Okay, he is allegedly. Is that the same thing as operating a prolific child sex trafficking ring? Fuck no, it's not, man. So no, Destiny is not literally Epstein. Destiny is like, maybe not the average. He's not like the average pedophile, because he's like an e-celebrity and also a leftist political commentator. But yeah, he's not like Epstein. He's closer to the average pedophile than he is Jeffrey Epstein.
Trump was on Epstein's island. As far as we know, he was never on Epstein's island. All right, we have no evidence that he actually fucked a child. And this dude's out there calling this guy a pedophile. Like, bro, what are we doing? Rules for thee, not for me. Anything to take down the orange man, I guess.
Well, you're about to hear some.
I mean, like, I don't know. If you're a pedophile and you are observing the Epstein shit and you're like, wow, that is, like, even more, like, depraved than anything I've ever done, I still don't think you're a good person. Like, you're a fucking pedophile, but you're also not wrong. The Epstein shit is so much worse than the average pedophilia doer, the average pedophile person. Okay, like the Epstein thing is just so much worse than that. And anyway, I don't know. It's not like a competition. It's not a competition, but anyway, just because you're a pedophile, that does not disqualify you from making content about Epstein, about Jeffrey Epstein. I think that it is fine. I actually think that of all the content Destiny has made over the years, the Epstein, the attention he has paid to the Epstein shit is the most admirable. If anything he's done is admirable, it is his coverage of Jeffrey Epstein.
Weird shit. If hypothetically her boyfriend or whatever was actually trafficking her, getting her to fuck other dudes on video for him, and if there was ever some kind of investigation into that, am I hurting the chance of looking into him by deleting all of this stuff?
Anyway, I'm also a person that I don't really care about people being hypocritical or whatever, like superficially hypocritical. It's like, yeah, he's a pedophile and he's talking about other pedophiles. Oh no. Like, he's still talking about pedophiles, okay? Like, I'm fine with him talking about Epstein as long as it's like negative coverage, because Epstein was a prolific child sex
Oh, bro is not saving child porn on his computer, allegedly, because if there's a future investigation into her ex-boyfriend, he'll be able to have child porn on hand to share to the police. There is no way this is the argument, bro.
Oh, so now the reason he's keeping the CP is because of a hypothetical criminal case that he is not pursuing at all. Okay, maybe these reasons are legally sound advice that came from his lawyer. Maybe he's lying and just saying anything to make it sound better to me. I don't know, I'm not a lawyer, I just know this guy's admitting to having CP in my DMs, 60 gigabytes according to him.
Oh my fucking god. Wow, dude, what are we doing?
Do you know how much video that is? Do you know how much, even if it's high definition, that is dozens of hours of video. Like, there is no way. Like that's what's crazy to me. Whenever there is like a pedophilia sting operation, and the cops, they seize the hard drive and they look on the hard drive, and then they come out and they say, like, this person had like hundreds of gigabytes of CSAM, of child sexual abuse material. And it's like how could you, first of all, there's no way you could watch all of that. There's no way. Even if you spent all day, every day, it would take you multiple days to get through all of that. It would take you potentially weeks, depending on like how many gigs we're talking. Okay, but like, that's assuming that all of the video is high definition, 30 frames per second. That would be, 60 gigs would probably be like a few dozen hours of video. Like, I on my computer, I have 2 terabytes full of video of my VODs. And anyway, I have like 2 terabytes, and I probably have like a couple thousand hours of video, maybe something like that. But that's 2 terabytes, okay? So like, yeah, but anyway, it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me that you could, and that's all HD video, by the way. It's 720p, but it's still, and 30 FPS, 720p. 2 terabytes, I have probably about a couple thousand hours of video. But like, the fact that you could even get 60 gigs of CSAM, I first of all, I don't know how there is like that much out there, as in like, who is hosting these files, how are they downloaded, how are people able to download them? It's fucking crazy to me. Like, how does that go under the radar? That is so much data. That is so much child sexual abuse material data that it is just, it's just on account. It's just like not being found. What the fuck is the FBI doing, man? What are they doing?
What are we doing? Be careful. Be careful with content creators, man. I think these are people in positions of power that have access. You want a content creator to have pristine moral values, but you can never, ever actually know what goes on in someone's head. And this dude debate bros against religion.
Anyway, that all that is to say, how the fuck could you have 60 gigabytes of CSAM that's dozens of hours that is just for your case? That is just for your case here. Like, there's no way all that video is just for, like, your case. You know, like, there's gotta be some other shit mixed in there. And so, where did the other CSAM come from, Destiny? Like, where did it come from?
Against Trump, for Epstein stuff,
Why do
for
you
sex
have it?
stuff, for previous lawsuits. Bro, what are we doing? What are we doing? You are the worst guy, bro. Unbelievable.
Seriously, how does
And this dude says that, like, Charlie Kirk is bad or whatever. Like, it's so mind-blowing to hear how he is constantly...
What? First of all, like, what the fuck does Charlie Kirk have to do with any of this? Second of all, like, Destiny being a pedophile means that he can't say Charlie Kirk bad? Like Charlie Kirk is bad. Fucking sucks, okay? But anyway, I've never really heard Destiny talk about Charlie Kirk. I don't know if he does. I don't know when the last time he talked about him was. It could have been recently, though, because Charlie Kirk has been kind of popping off lately. I feel like the last couple of years it's because he figured out TikTok. He like Charlie Kirk started getting on TikTok, and it was just all downhill
coming up
from
with
there.
moral judgments on other people. Like, what are we doing, guys?
he know the amount if he doesn't have it? Also, how does her boyfriend being in
He was just joking about the child porn. Comedy is legal. Holy shit.
the wrong somehow make Destiny in the right? It makes no sense.
Yeah.
For all he knows, her boyfriend could have been 17 as well. Dude, you were 33. I reported this to
Yeah, a 33-year-old sexting a child, allegedly, potentially a 19-year-old.
the police and recorded my interactions and calls with the detective.
Bro.
Hello, nice to speak with you again.
Question.
Sure.
Screenshots or copies of the
Yes.
of what you guys spoke about having child porn and all that?
Yep. I also sent him my DMs.
Holy shit, dude. Bro's going to jail. He thought that just because Willie Mack defended him in the past, he thought that this dude would, like, literally defend him for having child porn on his computer. Alleged child porn. This is crazy. This is so fucking beyond the pale.
Yeah, I mean, it's a litmus test. I think that all of this shit is kind of a litmus test for like who will stay in the Destiny community. Like, this has been going on. These events, right? They keep happening. Okay, and I think that this has been the game since Destiny started streaming. Okay, it's always been about consolidating his community, right? So like, I think that the way it works, the way it has worked in the past for Destiny, and the way he's built all of this is step 1, say something controversial. Step 2, consolidate your community. Okay, what do I mean by that? I mean, you say something controversial, preferably as controversial as possible, as controversial as you can make it. And then you wait. And you see who stays. Okay? And so over time, when you keep doing this, you end up with the most rabid, loyal people that you could have possibly assembled into one community. That's how it works. But then where do the people that leave go? Okay, because like you don't want to just, like, forget about them. They were in your community, right? So this is where it gets tricky, and this is where his orbiters come in. Okay, Destiny, he makes these controversial statements, he gets people to leave. He gets his community to fly. And where do they go? They go to somebody else that's kind of like Destiny, but maybe a little lighter, maybe not so controversial. His orbiters. Yeah, so anyway, this whole, like, content sphere that is Destiny and his orbiters, it's this well-oiled machine where Destiny alienates a part of his audience, and they go somewhere else, and he funnels them into these other orbiters who he has, like, this kind of control over, right? He has, like, some creative control over their content. He has influence over them. That's how he has creative control. And so he's still able to kind of maintain the audience that superficially or optically has left his community, that no longer they don't watch him anymore. Oh, now we're Pixie fans. Now we're now we're Denims fans, whatever. Or whoever else was orbiting him back then. I think that now something kind of different is going on. The whole like Destiny orbiter sphere has fallen apart. It's crumbled, and it's not working as well anymore. And so the question is, where will these people go? Where will his fans go when they leave? Because it probably won't be one of his orbiters. Not anymore. People have wisened up to the game.
Insane. He's going to jail, bro. It's happening.
He's
I can't believe we might be
probably
getting
not
Destiny
gonna
going to jail
go
before
to jail,
Hassan, but hey, who knows?
unfortunately.
Maybe
Although
he
I
might.
would love
maybe
to
the
see
judge
that.
could put them together.
I'd love
Maybe that
to
could be
see
part of this
Destiny
sentence.
in prison.
With Destiny. I don't know if anything will come from this. I don't like leaking DMs, as me respecting what creators want on and off the record allows me to talk to all sides of the situation, build trust with the creator, and also allows me to get follow-up statements for when the drama develops. But when you tell me that you're in possession of and going to remain in possession of CP, that confidentiality is over. I shouldn't even need to say that. If Destiny ends up being legally in the right to keep it, then fair enough. If he ends up getting charged, then I'm glad I did something. I'm just trying to do the right thing in a situation I've never been in before.
Holy shit-a-moly! All right, so Legal Mindset just made a video on this. So we have to see the Legal Mindset video. Like, what's the actual punishment
boy.
here? What is actually happening? 'Cause
Why
this is
don't you
crazy.
just
You can't
ask
debate
him?
your way out of fucking
You guys are
children. Okay,
friends.
this is not happening. Like, dude, but then you like think of all the endless clips of Destiny.
need
Like,
to
he's gonna
watch
get
this
absolutely
stupid
reamed in
video.
court if this gets that far. Like, the endless clips of him defending child porn, like, hypothetically, of course, of him defending child porn in previous debates, of him going out there and like saying, well, actually, she was a very attractive 15-year-old. Like, that shit is all gonna get brought up. He is so fucking cooked, it's insane. Like, what is?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's not like hypothetically, okay? It's like Destiny has talked about ephebophilia and how it's not that bad and it should be legal and blah blah blah. And for anybody that doesn't know, ephebophilia is just pedophilia, but it's for people who are 15 and up. Okay, so like 15 to 17. If you're attracted to 15 to 17-year-olds, technically you're an ephebophile. You're not a pedophile. That's what Destiny talks about, and he seems to think. And he says quite often, or he at least maybe not often anymore, okay, but in the past he certainly said that 15 to 17-year-olds should be legal. And it's abhorrent, it's wrong. It's just like, what else is there to say?
What's going on? What is happening? Holy shit, bro. When people say that leftists are like the party of pedophiles, like I thought that they were referring to like, like trans people trying to get children to cut their penises off. Not the fact that it was like literally the party of pedophiles. Holy shit. All right, let's go.
Yeah.
All right, Legal Mindset.
Yeah,
what do we got? What do we got? All right.
Streamer Destiny may be illegally.
When people said that about leftists, I thought that they were just being transphobic, like I am. But it turns out that they were actually just lying, which is what I'm gonna do now.
As we look at this
Okay,
new
man.
scandal, and we're
Right,
turning
let's
to
go.
what may be criminal charges. Of course, I mean, for
God
American.
damn, he is looking more and more like Saul Goodman every video, dude. He is turning into a slimy sleazebag lawyer, like a caricature. What the fuck is going on? Look, he like changed his hair. He's wearing a more colorful suit.
Yeah. Bro really might be going to jail for this. Like reported to the authorities. I mean, obviously his audience will still support him because I mean they made it this far. They made it.
Legal mindset with a law degree is like a chimp with a machine
Attorney.
gun.
This Legal Mindset, we teach you to be your own judge. Of course, it's a fast facts version, give you the quick and dirty and the latest of legal news. If you like this version, if you like the fast facts, make sure you like the video and leave a comment on the video below.
Unironically, I feel like Jimmy McGill would if he existed in real life and like during not like during the 2000s, but like right now, like this is what Jimmy would be doing. Like unironically, if Jimmy were in this position, he too would be making right-wing
As
content.
always,
I feel
we
like.
have a nice PowerPoint for you here today
All right,
to
let's
kind
go.
of walk you through this
He'd be
situation
making,
with
like,
Destiny. Now,
right-wing
once again,
legal
I'm going to give a
advice.
content warning
Oh, shit.
because this is once again a very serious topic.
God,
Unfortunately, I've been covering some very serious topics lately that involve deep materials and deep subjects that can be sensitive to some people. So if you're very sensitive to this thing and anything involving, explicit material, something minors, it's going to be
people
topic for
should,
you.
to be nice.
I'm going to refer to it as CSAM. I know people like to use the cute cheese pizza stuff, and it's good enough for an emoji or something else somewhere. But I'm going to use CSAM because that's the professional
child sexual assault material or child sexual abuse material.
nation, and it just talks about it in a more professional way. So that's what I try to go for on my channel. Please be respectful in both the live chat and in the comments below. And I would deeply appreciate that, as this has affected many people, and this is something that really is truly hurtful to a large
Dude, like, you can have whatever political takes you want. Like, this is a free country. I don't give a shit. This isn't just bad political takes, okay? This isn't theater. This isn't bad jokes making fun of Texas children drowning. This isn't making fun of people at Trump rallies dying. This isn't making, like, this is a man that has allegedly abused children. Potentially more than one. Like, this is crazy. Like, it's insane.
population. So let's go into the introduction. First of all, I previously covered his ongoing civil lawsuit.
Yeah.
So you
So
can
currently he's in the middle of a civil lawsuit. I covered this in the past as well. One of his ex, gooners, all right, was suing him for allegedly filming her without consent and sharing those videos.
Not one of his ex-gooners, his fucking wife. I think his wife, or actually it might have been his girlfriend. I can't remember.
Those sexual content that he allegedly filmed without consent and shared that with other people which he admits to have doing, by the way. That part is not an allegation. He did, in fact, send those to other people, and those other people got their accounts hacked, and the stuff got leaked. So I still have Destiny dick riders in my audience defending this. I don't care what you have to say. He's sending film. He filmed people and sent that shit to other people, and he admits it. What are we doing? Without consent? What are we doing?
Check out my previous video for that information. However, this does relate and not relate to his ongoing lawsuit.
Well, it does kind of relate because it turns out he goes after everybody. Everyone in his community. It's a giant cum orgy of retards and potentially children now.
With Pixie, of course, this will be information that Pixie's lawyers will be very interested in getting at.
No fucking shit. Oh my god, can you imagine? Like the lawyer just whips out the Uno reverse card and also he's a pedophile. Oh my god.
There'll be all sorts of twists and turns. But what I'm going to really focus on today is the latest controversy and the legal issues presented. So I'm not focusing on the interstreaming drama. There's a lot of stuff going on. I'm not going to bring up, Saint Piker in this one, right? It really doesn't have anything to do with him or what he Klein thinks or anybody else. It really has to do with Destiny and the legal hot water that he's put himself into. So that's our focus today.
I'm ready.
And the last thing I'm going to say, and I've said this before, is like with all of my...
You just mentioned him, though. Like, how are you going to be like, I'm not going to mention Hassan being a pedophile. I'm definitely not going to do that. Like, you just did it. You just talked about, like, there was no... You could have just said nothing. You could have just said nothing, and it would have actually done what you are claiming you're trying to do here, which is
because I have no personal bias or anything against Destiny. And frankly, I don't care how this turns out. So it really isn't something that I'm for or against. And what I want to say is if you're a fan of Destiny, if you're Destiny who's tuning in to watch this, right, please watch this with an open mind because this both presents the challenges, the things he stepped in, as well as, hey, what can he do moving forward? Because
the fact that he's yapping before talking to a lawyer just shows he's actually retarded. Like, honestly, I think that, like, the argument that Destiny is, like, it's super genius, that argument is dead. He's literally admitted, allegedly, to having child porn on his computer before talking to a lawyer.
Look,
like, this dude is
something that I've said in the past. I feel like I've said it multiple times at this point, but Destiny is not a good debater. He's just not. Like, if you go and watch him, he, like, debate is it's a spectacle, it's not really about arriving at the truth and whatnot, and that's just first and foremost, okay? But like, even you do have to be kind of somewhat intelligent to debate efficiently and debate and win and yada yada. But it isn't about arriving at the truth and, like, critically thinking about it. It's just like all that debate is it's sport. It's gladiator sport, okay? It's about winning. And you don't have to be right to win, okay? You just don't. But anyway, Destiny isn't even good at winning. He isn't even good at being good at debate. He's not good at debating. He just isn't. Like, watch his fucking debates, okay? He fucks it up so much. Like, I'm not saying he's... Maybe he's not... he's not, like, the worst debater in the world, okay? He's, like... He's okay at it. He's just okay. Okay, that's it. I think that, again, the real reason he has gotten to the position that he's in now, like the reason he has built so much fame and so much clout in his content creation career is because of what I was talking about before. And it has nothing to do with him being a good debater. Okay, like, he knows how to play the game. He made the controversial statements. He did that. He used that to his advantage. That's what he did. He's not a good debater, okay? Even, like, the JonTron debate, it wasn't, like, very... he was debating fucking JonTron, okay? Of course he won. Of course he won the fucking debate. He was debating JonTron about whether or not racism is good or not, basically. That was the whole fucking argument. And it's like, yeah, he won that shit. But then he loses debates like the one with Ben Shapiro, where it was so easy for him to win. It was set up for him to fucking win. It would have been so incredibly easy for him to win that debate. Like, I could have won that debate with my fucking mouth, taped shut, okay? Like, literally, it's just that fucking easy. I don't know.
He's a retard. He is a retarded man. I don't want anyone to say, how could you dare? Papa Destiny has an IQ of 137. No, he doesn't. All right, he has an IQ of 102, maybe. But at least somewhere between 98 and 102, if I had to estimate. Sitting pretty with, a lot of...
I mean, I've talked about IQ before and how it's not a good metric for this sort of thing, but Destiny is dumber than the average person. Unequivocally. He, like, in in any sane society, Destiny would be the kind of person that is, collecting trash or working in the sewers or driving the buses. And I'm not saying that to demean him. Okay, those are important jobs. But they don't require a particularly high intellect, intellectual prowess. So the fact that we've elevated people like Destiny to be e-celebrities, to be content creators, is very telling of our society as a whole, I think. But anyway, all that is to say is, like, Destiny, he is, probably around average IQ, maybe even a little higher. But he is don't let that fool you. He is a stupid person. Okay, I don't know about 102 IQ. He could be like, I would estimate that he's within like the 100 to 115 range, probably. Maybe a little higher, but it depends on the IQ test. It depends on like how he's feeling that day. Like, literally, that will influence your performance on an IQ test. And anyway, it's still, though, he's definitely dumber than the average person. I mean, look at what he's doing here. Look at what he's doing in this situation. Like, anybody that is somewhat intelligent, anybody that has like some critical thinking and self-preservation skills would just not say the things that he's saying. They would just, like, if I were Destiny, I would try to keep doing what I'm doing, okay, making the money, rinse and do the controversial statements, consolidate your fan base, rinse and repeat, okay, I'd keep doing that, and I would just not talk about any of this shit. Like I'm saying, if I were Destiny, if I were in his position, and I was a pedophile, I would just shut up about it. Like, just stop talking about it, man. Like, you are digging yourself deeper and deeper and deeper, and you are not getting out of it. Like, you just, like, there is no other option. All you can do as Destiny, the smart thing to do, the only smart thing you can do is to just stop talking about it, face the music, face the repercussions, silently take your punishment, and hope that you don't go to jail or prison, and just keep making the content, keep making the money. Okay, that's what you would do if you were smart. Okay, Destiny is not that, so he's doing all this shit. But yeah, anyway. Also, you're saying that he's a Nuxanor. You're saying he's a dumb person, but you said that his IQ would be 102. Like, do you not realize that like, even by the standards, the measurement of an IQ test, that's not dumb. That's not like that's not less than average. Okay, that is actually average. Okay, the average IQ is between 95 and 100, or 105 or something. That's the, like, you're saying he is of average intelligence. You're calling him stupid, and then you're saying he is of average intelligence. What the fuck are you saying?
But this is crazy.
Because at this point, you're at where you're at. So what do you do? So listen to it with an open mind, whether you're for or against Destiny, whatever side you're on. Just try to focus on the law and what is objective in here, because all of this is really objective information. Let's get into explaining the controversy. Now, you guys can go over watch this 4-minute video. I reported Destiny to the police by Willie Mack. If you want to see the whole video, I'll have it on my live version. You can watch the whole thing there. But as a quick summary, on this expose video, the streamer Willie Mack contacted Destiny when Rose seemingly was confirmed as underage. She was confirmed on a third party as being underage at the time, and when explicit material is being shared with her. So this girl is underage and receiving explicit material and sending that's not something that's good. So they were talking, and as part of that voluntary conversation, once again, Destiny,
what a fucking retard. Like, what an idiot. Like, obviously I'm happy that this happened, because I actually do like a lot of lawyers say, Destiny, don't speak, talk to a lawyer. I'm actually not on that perspective at all. I firmly believe in Operation Let Them Speak. If they really want to put their own foot in their own mouth, then power to them. All right, like, I know everyone's like, oh, Destiny, say nothing, talk to the lawyer. No, actually, I just use Destiny, say everything. Okay, you can plead the fifth if you want. You don't have to divulge information, but if you want to, I'm not gonna be like sad about it. Okay,
I just hit my head, dude. Ow. I fucking smacked my head like I was in a Star Wars movie. I don't know if y'all know that, but, like, they're like, I'm such a fucking nerd, dude. So, like, in every Star Wars movie, there have been just, like, multiple scenes of people hitting their head on things, and it's like It's like a meme, I guess. Wait, I forgot something. Hold on. So the reason I paused it is I had something I wanted to say, and that is that once again I am like somewhat agreeing with Nuxanor, because what he just said is something I've kind of expressed before. But I mean, yeah, like I also like it when when like a person like Destiny does shit like this. Like I usually use like the example of Nazis, and that's what most people do. Like we do not like Nazis being overtly like I don't like to see Nazi marches, right? I don't like to see people marching in the street with their flags, and whatnot, especially when they're wearing masks. Okay, and that's an important thing, because actually, if you get out there and you say and you show your face and you say like, I'm a Nazi, I love Nazi shit, I love Hitler, like I kind of like that. I like that you are exposing yourself as a Nazi. I think that we should know who Nazis are. We should know who they are. And it's the same with pedophiles, okay? We should know who pedophiles are. We should know what they're doing at all times. That's it, okay? That being said, it's a double-edged sword. Like I don't like that like Destiny is coming out and being like, oh, I'm a pedophile, I love pedophilia, because he is normalizing it. He is debate broing pedophilia. He's like, no, I'm an ephebophile. I'm an ephebophile. He's been saying this shit for years. He's been saying this shit. And it's like, no, it's not really a good thing. I like it too. I also like it that pedophiles are exposed. Okay, we all like that, Nuxanor. We do. Nobody likes pedophiles, except for other pedophiles. But, it's just like it's a sign of the times, I think. Like when people are coming out and being like, basically, I'm a pedophile, like it's epic, it's awesome, like it is a sign of the times, man. That's it. And it's not that we don't want to know who these pedophiles are. It's just like it's bad that's a sign of the times. Like it's not good. It's not good that it's good that we know who the pedophiles are. It's not so good that they feel comfortable admitting that they're pedophiles, man. That's it.
Operation Let Them Speak.
He chose.
Yeah,
This is
let
a
them
big
speak.
deal.
Yeah.
He voluntarily engaged with Willie. There was no legal obligation. This was not a deposition. This was not something that was required by any court of law. This is something he did because he just wanted to talk. He just wanted to get it out there. And this is a very common problem for streamers because they often talk about stuff.
Problem or solution? Listen, I am a much more pragmatic man than Andrew Esquire, legal mindset over here. All right, he's all lawyery around. He's like, oh, it's a big issue that they say they admit to their crimes. I'm actually I'm very happy that you do this. Please continue, sir.
And get themselves in a hot water.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened here today. Destiny voluntarily commented, likely without consulting his lawyer. I'm almost certain.
Look, so what he's saying applies probably most to pedophilia. And I mean, like, it really only applies to something like pedophilia, because for the most part, if you commit a crime, okay, I don't want you to go to jail. I don't want, like, if you're a pedophile, I want you to go to jail, okay? Now, you might be wondering, why do you not want criminals to go to jail, J-Star? Are you pro-crime? Like, no, I'm not pro-crime, okay? I don't love crime. I don't want people to do crimes. And it's not that I don't want people to be punished for their crimes. It's just that I think that the punishment of going to prison is brutal, it's wrong, it's abhorrent. That's it. Like, I'm gonna get on my fucking high horse and I'm gonna morally grandstand you. I think that sending people to prison is wrong. It is wrong. It's not good. It is bad, actually. It's the opposite of good. Okay, because as I've said before, prison is crime university. That's where you go to learn to do crimes. Okay, it's not good. It's not for reforming people. It's not for any of that shit. It is to create repeat offenders. That is the point of prison in our country. Again, it's not how it should be, but it's the way it is. And so that's why, even if you are allegedly a criminal, I will tell you, this is what you do to get the most lax sentence. Like, I don't think you should go to prison for petty theft. But people go to prison for petty theft. They do. They do, if you're a repeat offender, anyway. And furthermore, people go to prison. They get extreme sentences for things that they just shouldn't be going to prison for marijuana possession, for things like that. Like, and that's why we tell people, don't expose yourself. Don't talk to police. Don't do any of that shit. Okay, but anyway, with pedophiles, it's different. It's different. Okay, yeah, if you're a pedophile, fucking rot in prison. Okay, go to
that he
prison.
did not talk to his lawyer before he
We
took
saw
it
those
back.
messages.
And he shared a video where Rose, apparently, according to all the data, appeared to be underage at the time. Therefore, he shared an adult video, of course, a piece of it. He didn't share the actual video file itself, but he had the file name and he had a top of the video where she was underage and stated, hey, yeah, I've got this. I've still got this information. I've got this on my computer.
Yeah.
Right, where this girl is apparently a minor.
Yeah, jail.
Therefore, this would be what would
jail.
be C-SAM.
Penis
I've got
guillotine.
that on my computer. And
Oh,
Destiny
we got a penis guillotine Destiny. Oh my god. So what is going on with the fucking pedophiles, bro? What is going on? You're the pedo. What's happening?
his defense to that, his kind of pushback when he was questioned by Willie was, oh, I have a legal duty. I have a
bullshit.
legal obligation
No,
to
you
preserve
don't.
evidence.
No,
So, of course, Willie turned around and then reported Destiny to the police, in addition to making a video, forming a video, which I'll put in the description below.
All right.
So,
All right.
what happened afterwards? Well, of course, Destiny goes and...
This is what they call a crash out, ladies and gentlemen. I showed you this tweet already. Him just going talking about Willie Mack Show is running cover because he strikes out other people, and now I'm on Hassan's team because I hate Ethan because Ethan called me out, and then I hope you die and your children get fucking cancer and shit. Like, he literally crashed out. Dramatic crash out.
and fights back. He goes...
I have no CSAM on my computer. I've only complied with my legal obligations for court of the case. The 60 gigabyte screenshot was related to a claim the Rose person made. Someone whose name and birth date have yet to even be reliably confirmed. Bro, she was born in 2004. She was born in 2004, man. That's my understanding anyway. And you were sexting her in 2022, which means that she was either 17 or 18, which is important, okay? But I believe that according to... Oh, yeah, that's right. She was born in I want to say it was October. Yeah, it was October. It was October of 2004. This was confirmed because of she had to like go to the DMV or something, and like this report got leaked, and she was born in October 2004. That is my understanding, allegedly. All of this is alleged, by the way. Of course. I should probably start with that, okay? But like all of these things are alleged. We don't know for sure. Only time will tell. But this Rose person was it seemed to have been born in October of 2004, which would make her 17 at the time of the sexting that Destiny was doing.
comments back.
Yeah, like this will work for maybe his like close hardcore fans that think he could do no wrong because he's more important for the cause. By the way, whatever, I'm not going to release this information at this moment because that's nobody's business. But I personally have seen so many people like in the leftist space say, I know that Destiny is the degenerate sex pest freak. However, despite that, he's too important to the cause of the left to actually discard him. Are you retarded?
Yeah. That is stupid. I don't know who is saying that. I've never heard anybody say that. But I don't know. People could be saying that, and it is stupid because he's not important to the leftist cause. He isn't a leftist. He hardly ever defends leftist values, and in fact, a majority of his time on the content creation side of things, he has spent doing petty drama slop content, talking about other creators. Okay, that is a majority of his content. Now, do other content creators do this, like Hassan? Yeah, Hassan does have petty drama content, okay, but it is far and few between. Hassan streams for 12 hours a day, every day, hardly ever taking more than one day off. And he spends the entirety of that runtime talking about political issues, covering political issues, and he just doesn't focus on petty drama. And anyway, Hassan is an extreme example, but most content creators that make political commentary content, they don't talk about petty drama all the time, like Destiny does. Like, that is all he fucking does, dude. He has no real convictions. He has no that's why he flips on so many issues. That's why, like, he'll turn around and he'll say, like, you're a Zionist, you love genocide, right after he just got done talking about how Palestinians deserve to be genocided. Like, literally, he said that. He literally said that Israel should just complete their genocide, and that's it. They should just do that. And then he'll turn around and be like, oh, you're a genocide supporter. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, man? He only knows communication facilitated by drama content. That's it. That's all he fucking does. That's why he's not a leftist. You know, fuck all the... Like, if you forget everything else I said, just remember that he is just a drama slop content creator. And that's really why he's not a leftist. Okay, that's why he has no real convictions, because his content isn't about politics even. It's about drama. It's about fucking drama all the time. It's about other content creators and nothing else. You know, the politics are just a backdrop. The politics are just a backdrop for the debates that he engages in, which he uses the debates to make those controversial statements that I was talking about earlier. And anyway, even if you forget that he's, you know, terrible at debating on the side of leftism, like that debate with Ben Shapiro, you know, if you just remember that he just makes political drama slop content, like that tells you all you need to know about whether or not he's a leftist.
Yo, man's a pedophile, allegedly. What are we doing? Are you retarded, bro? What are you doing? You want the pedophiles to save the country from the pedophiles? Like, really? Is that the strat?
Almost everything at DM is wrong. Willie Mack is running cover. He goes in on Ethan Klein. He goes in on Hassan. He says he has no CSAM on his computer. I've only complied with my legal obligations for my court.
So he kind of basically 180 backtracks here, right? So he basically admits to Willie Mack that he has a pornographic video of this girl who might have been 17 at the time. And he even said in DMs, I don't know if she's 17. And now he's basically kind of 180. No, I have nothing. Complete denial, which obviously is the right move at this point. But like Pandora's box is open.
Court cases. The 60 gigabyte screenshot was read to a claim that Rose made, someone whose name and birthday have yet to be reliably confirmed. Well, I think that's where...
Yeah, well, this shit is going to be nuclear, all right? It's going to be absolutely nuclear. When all the information comes out, and it will. A lot of people say nothing ever happens, but it will. It will. Justice comes around. Pedo cucks, please enter your meat into a grinder.
Problem is, it seems like that indeed has been confirmed, according to sources out there. And if
there is so much evidence that she was 17.
Sources are correct, if those sources have indeed pulled up the right information, then it appears that...
I see so many more comments saying, but 17 and 18 is so close, 16 is the age of consent in so many places. What are you talking about? First of all, why do you care? This is a 33-year-old man, allegedly fucking gooning to children, all right, allegedly. Defending child porn multiple times. Saying that 15-year-olds are attractive all the time. How the jiggling butt of 16-year-olds turns him on, all right? He's out there constantly yapping about this shit. Like, is this really yo man's? Is this really yo man's because the age of consent in some places are 16? Would you use this defense against literally anybody else if he wasn't your favorite streamer? Like, it's so black and white obvious, in my opinion, that this is immoral, fucking disgusting shit, that I don't even hear the other perspective. Normally I like hearing both sides. Like, you know, with Hassan Piker, I can hear the other side. The other side is he supports the terrorists because he does support killing all the Jews, all right? That's the other side, all right? That's the other side. With Destiny, what's the other side? Being pro-pedophile? Like, what is the other side here?
If that is confirmed, that would indeed be CSAM. So he may be asserting that it's not based on a mistake of fact, which we'll talk about today. However, that can entirely change things legally. So let's get into how this splices legally.
All right.
So preservation of evidence. So channel fans and you guys out there know the term. You're big fans of my channel. You know the term. Spoliation. You guys know about that. I've taught you that because it comes up time and time again with people deleting evidence. I talked about that in the Ethan Klein case with the Reddit and Discord mods trying to delete stuff, right, or hide stuff. Is there anybody else trying to hide stuff? That would be spoliation. If
spoliation starts once the lawsuit starts. Now, then spoliation happens. Like, just holding on to child porn on your computer for 2 years because there might be some lawsuit at some point in the future against somebody else. Nah, dude, that's not gonna work. That's the worst defense I've ever heard.
They're trying to delete evidence, hide evidence. That is a problem because once a lawsuit starts, whether it's civil or criminal, does not matter. You have a duty to preserve evidence.
Yeah, once the lawsuit starts. He's holding on to this alleged child porn because maybe her ex-boyfriend at some point is going to be in a court case and he'll be able to have evidence that there is child porn. Like, what are you doing?
That applies to all evidence, physical, digital, anything relevant to the case. That's very broad. right? Anything relevant broadly, you have to preserve. So any attempt to hide or punish or destroy that evidence, anything that's relevant, and you try to hide it or destroy it, you can be punished by the court, including criminally for trying to hide or destroy evidence.
Yeah,
so Destiny, when he said he has a legal duty, and listen up, Destiny fans, Destiny is right about that. But however, pause, he's sort of right about that.
He's only right about that if they were in the middle of some sort of lawsuit. He is not in the middle of a lawsuit where this is relevant.
And he's forgetting about all those other duties that are out there and all those other responsibilities. He's forgetting about privilege. And this is where I think he did not talk to his lawyer. Because if his lawyer knew he was going to have this conversation, he would have certainly said no, because it made...
Dude, why even say it? Like, you have to understand. Like, bro needed to yap. He needed to tell someone, right? And he just did. I mean, look, man, Destiny, father figureless Destiny over here. From an absent father to an absent...
Yeah, that's another side of this that I haven't really talked about, and it's that, like, Destiny and people like Destiny, and I think we've all known someone like this in our personal lives. Like, he needs to flex. He needs to flex. He needs to flex his intellectual prowess. It's a dog barking at me. And it's just not enough. It's just not enough. Like, he has to flex. He has to flex. And that's why he does shit like this. He wanted to argue about the... And I'm speculating here. I'm speculating. But I think that he wanted to argue about the like moral ambiguity of storing CSAM on your drive. Okay, because he was saying, like, basically, I have CSAM on my computer, but I'm doing it for just reasons. I'm doing it for righteous reasons. We might need this as evidence for a court case later. That was his excuse. And he wanted to argue about that because he wanted to be right about something that wasn't, like, obviously correct. You know what I mean? Like, a person like Destiny hates the idea of taking the high horse, of morally grandstanding. He wants to, because like I said, he wants to make controversial statements. Like, that kind of plays... These two things go hand in hand. I mean, I don't know if one causes the other, but they complement each other well. The controversy and the need to defend indefensible positions. Okay, he wants to defend things like this, things like genocide, because he wants to be on the losing side of the argument, so that he can, like, pull up the reins and like turn the debate around, flip it on its head. And then he's on top. He's the intellectual that was seeing things in like this three-dimensional way that nobody else could see. And he gets super horny for shit like that. Okay, that's why he does shit like this. He just wants to take something where he's obviously wrong and, like, win the debate and prove that he's right by winning the debate. Okay, that's it.
Absentee father. Bro, Destiny has been absolutely cooked. Like, this is crazy. It's insane. It's insane. He's considered, like, the most intelligent guy on the left. Like, I'm just in shock.
His job a living hell.
And you have to realize, Destiny, he's, like, just because, like, his YouTube channel isn't, like, super freaking massive, like, he is a known name in the fucking debate world, right? In the leftoid world.
What do you mean?
Destiny, he's been on Jubilee,
his channel is pretty
7
big.
million views. He was on Jubilee. Destiny was on, where else was he? He was on Jordan Peterson,
God,
right? Like,
video
this is Destiny with Jordan Peterson, 4.5 million views. Destiny was on, with Ben Shapiro debating on Lex Friedman, right? 12 million views, right? Where else was he?
Yeah, that's the debate I was talking about, by the way. He did that one. I watched that one. He did another one with Ben Shapiro that wasn't on the Lex Friedman show, and that one sucked too. But it doesn't matter. It don't matter.
But, like, Piers Morgan, he goes on Piers Morgan all the time. One of the largest news shows in the world, right? He's everywhere. Like, you have to understand. This is, like, probably the most relevant leftist debater in the world. Every single time. Why is it every time? Why is it, like, every single time, guys?
Let's talk about that. So let's talk about candor to the tribunal. A lot of people know about attorney-client privilege. If you watch Breaking Bad, with Saul Goodman, put a dollar in my pocket.
My goat.
Confidentiality. And attorney confidentiality is strong. It's very strong, but it's not unbreakable.
Yeah, not to get fucking child porn. It's like, yeah, I killed that guy. All right,
You know
go
what?
There is supposed to be,
You know what, Nuxanor? You want to talk about a certain demographic of people that are pedophiles, that are sex offenders. Let's talk about Israelis. You love Israel. you have family in Israel. Your cousin got fucking blown up like a chump when he was working for the IDF. He got fucking blown to bits like a fucking dog in the street. And anyway, you are literally on the side of Israel, which is actively protecting pedophiles right now. Right now, literally, right to return is a method that is employed by pedophiles to get out of prosecution in the United States. This has happened dozens of times in the last 10 years. I believe there's been 60 recorded cases of pedophiles using right to return to escape persecution. So, what do you have to say about that, man? If the leftists are these I'm noticing all these leftist pedophiles. Okay, well, what the fuck is Israel then? Like, let me show you something. Let me show you this, chat. Let me show you a funny little image I saw just the other day. Ah, yeah, here it is. Yeah. Nuxanor, what do you have to say about this shit, man? This is a map of sex offenders in Israel. What do you make of that? I don't know.
A balance. Now, of course, I will say this too. Different lawyers are different and take different ethical stances on what is
true. Which is why not only could you never trust a politician or a streamer, but you can also really never trust a lawyer. I'll be real here.
Confidential.
This is coming from, look, Andrew over here is a friend of mine. I've never trusted. I'm joking. Obviously, I'm kidding. But I mean, look, I have family members that are lawyers. I can't trust the word that they say. What are you talking about?
And what they need to disclose to the court. But you actually need to balance what's called candor to the tribunal, which means confidentiality is on one side and candor to the tribunal, the court, on the other side. You have to be honest with the court. As a lawyer, you can't lie to the court. If you know you are lying, you cannot do that. So there is a duty to report facts, such as criminal behavior, criminal conduct, or
like maybe having child porn,
fraudulent conduct, perjury, fraud to the court. All of these things you have to report. So if the lawyer knows, you have to report it. And that's the key there, right? That's the key. The lawyer does not have to report mere suspicion. So if you only suspect something, you don't have to report that. But if you actually know it.
Yeah, like let's say he admits it, and then to some random YouTuber, Willie Mack, and then that random YouTuber decides to make a video about it, and then randomly the entire internet knows that you have child porn on your computer, allegedly, your lawyer might not take that super well.
If you know it's true, you're like, I know this as a fact, you do have to report that. So the problem is, are you seeing the problem here?
Yeah, wow.
This moved from something his lawyer may have suspected because we do or don't know this.
Yeah, true. The lawyer might have suspected he had child porn on the computer, but you don't have to actually tell that to the judge. But now he might know it because realistically, I think all these lawyers are kind of sleazeballs. They're going to try to defend their client as much as they can because, they're getting paid by their client. But realistically, you have to understand, if the internet knows, then the lawyer can't get away with it. He cannot, plead ignorance. He can never make believe he didn't know if the entire internet knows. Yeah, he's so fucked.
Person's age to, this person was factually underage. Yeah. Therefore, this is factually CSIN.
I don't know. I mean, I hope he's cooked. His career is in shambles. But anyway, I don't know. I don't know if he'll really face any kind of actual. Hold on. Sorry, I was gone for so long, chatters. My cousin called me, and he asked me to give him a ride because his car is in the shop. But I didn't know any of that. But anyway, then I ended up talking to him for I felt like I probably talked to him for like 30 minutes or something. But yeah, I was gone for a while. Anyway, here we go. We're back to this.
He changes the dynamic from something the lawyer might not have to report because he doesn't know one way or another to something.
Can you imagine his own lawyer sends him to jail because he couldn't stop yapping? This is like the ultimate, karmic response to a streamer, right? Like, Destiny, he's a yap god. That is his content. He debates people. He yaps. Trump bad because he'll list off a whole lot of random definitions for authoritarianism or some shit. All right, like he is a yap professional, and yapping might be his very undoing.
Well, now we've got to talk about this. Now we've got to disclose this to the court. It's a mandatory disclosure. It's no longer an elective disclosure. That's a problem. That's a big problem.
Or it's a solution. See, we see things very differently, you and I. We are not aligned on this, Mr. Andrew Esquire. I actually see this as a solution. Yes, Operation Let Them Speak.
For the lawyer.
Oh, for the lawyer, it's a problem. For the lawyer, it's a problem, too.
The other problem is we've got privilege. So any information that would have been protected by attorney-client privilege, that super strong privilege, you can throw lawyers in jail and they don't have to break attorney-client privilege. That duty is absolutely waived when you speak to a third party, when you disclose to a third party. Now, there's a difference between inadvertent, accidental, and intentional disclosure. If you accidentally leak something, if it was something that, oh my God, I faxed somebody something, I should have faxed them that. Okay, you might get away. Who uses the fax anyways? Well, the Japanese do. It's a Japanese thing, guys. Trust me, I'm in Asia. But you accidentally send something or an accidental email, whatever else, that may still apply, right? There's no guarantee. You might have waived that privilege, right? It's possible you still waive it. But there's an argument that the attorney-client privilege is preserved. However, if you leak information intentionally, privilege is lost forever. So here's the issue. He spoke to Willie Mack voluntarily. There was no obligation. There was no gun to his head. There's no duress. There was no money. There's no nothing else.
It's crazy. It's not like it was even like a, secretly recorded conversation. Like he just openly sent the guy that he knew was making a video that uses his DMs for videos.
Nothing going on here, right? There wasn't any sort of situation where this could be argued as an inadvertent disclosure. This was an intentional disclosure, fully intentional. There's no way this was not voluntary. So that's the problem. All the privilege on this is...
I remember I got stabbed in the back by somebody. I'm not going to say who because there's obviously a lot of people that stab me in the back these days. So I got stabbed in the back by another content creator. And then that person ended up, apologizing for stabbing me in the back. And then said to me, and by the way, yeah, next week I'm flying out. I'm doing a podcast with Destiny. And I was like, wait. You tried to cancel me for fucking nothing. You need to do a podcast with Destiny? Like, what? Anyway, that didn't happen. But realistically, yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Wave now. So all of, for example, talking about Pixie and that lawsuit, they can come after that because there's no privilege on that anymore. That's just wide open. So let's talk a little bit more about applying this to the law. Let's talk about mistake of fact. So Destiny argues that he lacked the mens rea, right? He lacked the intent to commit the crime because he had an honest and reasonable misunderstanding of a factual circumstance at the time of the act. Okay. That's the defense of mistake of fact. This is a defense that comes up particularly to specific intent crimes. So the best example was, let's say you had a very expensive jacket. Let's say it's a designer jacket. And you
go to a party and you put it on the coat rack and someone else takes your jacket by accident because it looks like his or whatever. Or a suitcase at the airport. They think it's their suitcase and they end up picking up somebody else's suitcase. Like these are really common instances, not necessarily crimes because they're obviously honest and reasonable misunderstandings.
Up a jacket you're in a place that's cold, so you have to put when you come in the winter, you put your jackets up front and you take somebody else's jacket. Maybe it's their Canada Goose jacket, whatever it is. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like when you kick a trans woman in the crotch, you didn't realize they still have testicles and they start screaming. Like obviously it's a common and reasonable mistake to make. Okay, listen, it's not my business what's going on in there. Okay, she told me to call her ma'am. Okay, she told me to call her ma'am. All right, and now she's screaming. Okay, she literally said call me ma'am. So I did what any reasonable person would do. Anyway, whatever. Whatever.
What's trending nowadays, but you take their expensive jacket and it's not yours. Well, that's a true mistake of fact. You did not know it was identical to an honest mistake. It's a reasonable mistake a reasonable, regular person can make. You're not going to go...
Oopsie, if Dad put it on my computer, my bad. Oopsie, reasonable mistake. Now the internet told me that she's a child, but yeah, oopsie, poopsie. You know what I'm saying?
Jail for that, typically.
Yeah, it's not happening. It's not
However, that's only for certain types of crimes. So there are certain types of crimes called strict liability. Ooh. So most, but not all, criminal charges related to CSAM are strict liability. And what that means is, with strict liability means your state of mind does not matter.
Oh, fuck.
So your specific intent does not matter. Now,
I meant to, send my nudes to a 19-year-old, but oopsie poopsie, it went to a kid. Yeah, you're going to jail!
That's not all charges. Some of them, it does. Related to CSAM, some of it doesn't. There's other lawyers, shout out to some of my friends out there in LawTube that have gone over the long list of potential crimes. There are some that don't require it and some that do, right? And it's really up to prosecutors what they're thinking about, what they go for. That's not in the control of...
Prosecutor's gonna be a Destiny fan. Prosecutor's gonna be like, listen, we have to step trap. We'll let the pedophiles out.
Any streamer, it's not in control of Ethan Klein or Hassan or anybody else. It's in the control of the prosecutors to decide, hey, how are we gonna go after Destiny? If we go after Destiny. That's up to them. And mistake of fact and mistake of law defenses typically do not work for strict liability crimes. They typically are not a defense. However, there are exceptions.
Also, we can make the argument that now that we know that this Rose person seemingly really was 17, now that we know that and you're still holding on to it, where is this mistake anymore? There's no mistakes. If you're still holding on to that shit, which, I mean, it's Destiny, he probably is. So if you're still holding on to that shit, and right now like there is no, oopsie, I thought she was an adult. That is not an argument.
Of course, there's a very complex and specific area of law. There's lawyers that dedicate their entire career just to this. I am not one of them, but I will give you an overview of some of the defenses that Destiny might bring up.
All right.
So, of course, there's two main ones he might bring up. The first one is
that he didn't know she was a child. That's going to be the main one.
Of course, not having intent. And that would block anything with specific intent. So saying, hey, I genuinely believe this person was an adult, not a child, and argue I don't have the intent to possess or distribute. So a lot of the possession or distribute statutes might involve some specific intent to distribute. So, okay, I don't have the intent to distribute, so it's not going to be a distribution charge. The other one is negating...
Now, again, I assume that means he would need to prove to the judge, okay? That means he would need to prove that he checked her ID, right? Because he keeps claiming he checked her ID, that she lied to him. He would need to prove that she lied to him. And the fact that he didn't release that image yet leads me to believe that that image doesn't exist. I am inclined to believe that he was scrolling furiously back through all of his messages and didn't find himself checking her ID or checking her age. I am inclined to believe that because otherwise I feel like that would be the easiest offense to say, hey, I messaged her in 2022. This is me asking her how old she is. This is her lying and saying she's 19. He didn't show that.
I mean, even then, like, it doesn't really matter. Like, it doesn't matter if the child lies to you. If you like perform a sexual act with a child, it doesn't matter if they lied to you. You did that. Like, that is my understanding is that is the the precedent that has been set, like, even if they give you a fake ID, if you did it, you did it, okay? Like, you know, they're a child. You have to that's why it is paramount that you understand for 100% sure that whatever person you're, you know, having relations with, they are an adult, and it is on you to figure that out, to assure that that is the case.
As far as I'm concerned, that probably means it doesn't exist. This is crazy.
The element regarding child.
Yeah,
so there's usually language saying, okay, this is a child. So even if it doesn't require specific intent, it requires that person be a child. So if you say, hey, I honestly didn't believe they were a child, you would negate that element of the crime, even if it isn't specific intent. I know it sounds complicated, but it's just taking out that one little piece. Once again, not guaranteed, not foolproof, not something you can necessarily get away with. I'm just saying and presenting out there, as always, professionally, hey, here's the attack, here's the defense, right? And it doesn't look good for Destiny.
Nope.
It does not look good.
Nope. Jail. Jail, penis, guillotine, then jail.
My conclusion is Destiny is certainly now under criminal scrutiny. Absolutely. There's been a report.
Oh, 1000% fucked. Coming to a theater near you.
So law enforcement is looking into it, absolutely, without a doubt. And this is in addition to his civil case. So this has gone from something that is purely civil to something that is now potentially criminal. He gains nothing debating with people on the internet. And as much as I can tell him...
Operation Let Him Speak. Legal mindset, don't do it. You don't have to. You're not his lawyer. You don't have to tell him to shut up.
I mean, I'll probably make a short or something else like that. Hey, look, this isn't useful. I mean, that's factual. I say it all the time.
Like,
I put out the meme there on X. Shut up.
It doesn't fucking matter, man. Destiny does not listen to anyone, because all he cares about is being internet famous. Unironically, I'm pretty sure that is like the only thing in his life that he genuinely cares about, is being an e-celebrity. It's over everything else. So yeah, he doesn't care if he's incriminating himself. I genuinely don't think he cares at all about incriminating himself. Otherwise he wouldn't be saying any of this shit. He would be silent about it. Like he doesn't care, man. He's not going to stop. You could tell him, Destiny, you need to stop talking about this or you are going to go to prison for the rest of your life, and I still don't think he would stop. He would be like, no, I can debate my way out of this. Yeah.
Why? No, absolutely. I disagree completely. Maybe it's like your legal thing as a lawyer. You have to tell people to shut up. I don't know, man. If you're his lawyer, absolutely tell him to shut up. But bro, dude, dude, let me put it to you from this perspective, okay? If someone's a pedophile, okay, hypothetically, I'm doing the debate bro thing. Hypothetically, if someone's a pedophile, don't you want them to admit they're a pedophile? hypothetically, if he's a pedophile, don't you want him to go to jail? Like, this is 2022. This is pretty recent. He's been doing this for years. Like, in these open relationships with like armies of Discord children, allegedly. Like, what are we fucking doing, guys? This is horrible. This is absolute brain rot.
He probably won't, because that's his MO and that's what he's been doing for the longest time. But that really isn't going to help, because it's not up to Willie Mack anymore. It's not up to Hassan or Ethan or anybody or myself even.
Police.
Arguing with me doesn't really help. The only thing that helps is to fully disclose information to his lawyer, stop talking, and definitely don't give any other interviews, and possibly engage a specialist lawyer. But even doing all that, there's no guarantee, and Destiny is certainly in for a very bumpy ride. I don't know what you guys think about this in the comments below.
Damn.
And I will catch you on the next one.
Damn, bro. Yeah, no, he's cooked. It's over. I don't know, bro. It's a race. It's a race to the finish line. Who will go to jail first? Destiny or Hassan? Who no one knows, but the leftist sphere is truly fucked. They are so over. It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's like when you look at the real world and the internet.
Who will go to jail first? The person with an active criminal investigation? Actually, Hassan probably has the FBI investigating him all the time as well. But who's going to go to jail first? The person who has there's actual evidence against him that he did these things, or the guy who keeps saying that Israel is committing a genocide and that they need to stop doing that? Yeah, I wonder who will go to jail first.
It really is a facsimile of what's going on in real life. The leftoids are scrambling. They're so fucking cooked. It's tragic. The big argument.
They could just start jailing pro-Palestinian Americans. Who knows?
The big argument is Trump was sexually assaulted someone 34 years ago. That's literally what everyone always brings up every single time. And all these people are just unbelievable, degenerate fucking freaks. All of them. It's insane every time. Keep subscribing. Up those numbers. Destiny. Listen, I'll be real here. If you want to fuck a child, up those numbers. Fucking adult. Okay, definitely subscribe. I'll see you in the next one, everybody. Definitely leave likes. That's what we're doing here. I'll be live again soon, actually, probably, maybe for a day or two. It's gonna be exciting. And
fuck you, Nuxanor.